Welcome back, guys. We are undertaking an enormous project. We're gonna build a space station, and it's gonna comprise several different modules. We're gonna be putting up the first module today. Oh yeah. Let's go to R&D. Now, we are gonna need quite a few bits and pieces in order to build this. The first thing we're gonna take is advanced construction. To be honest, not really, because we need any of the parts in here particularly. So let's just grab that. But because we want to unlock specialized construction, because this gives us access to the Clampertron docking port. Let's take that. That's going to allow us to dock modules together. So that's pretty critical. I'm also going to take command modules, because that gives us access to, which one is it now? It's the Cupola Module. The Cupola Module provides a control room for orbital space stations, which is what we're putting up. So that's kind of perfect. So we'll take one of those. What else are we going to take? We're going to take advanced electrics, because that's going to give us access to all kinds of cool stuff. Now, we're not going to use them on this first module, but they will be available for future modules, and we want these photovoltaic panels because they're going to make our craft look so sexy. So let's research that as well. We've got 160 left. Is there anything else that I want to take? And I'm pretty sure that there is. Yes, there is. It's the heart of our space station. We want advanced exploration because it gives us access to this, the mobile processing lab. And that's going to be the heart of our space station, and we're going to be processing science with it and doing very, very cool things. Right, let's research that. Okay, that's all of our research. Look at that, we had 6.7. I actually had to go and do a very quick mission to get an extra 10 science. So there you go. And what was that mission? All I did was I sent a very, very small rocket out into the water and got a surface sample, and that got me the 10 extra. Well, I didn't even need that. I only needed a couple of signs. Right. Okay. Let's. What should we do next? Oh, we'll pop into mission control like we should always do, and look at this. Dock 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbin. Well, that's perfect timing. We'll take that, and we won't do it on this mission because we're just putting up the first module, but we will be putting stuff up. Actually, we might do it. It kind of depends how I build the rocket. Right. It's time to go build the rocket. Let's do it. Okay, I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be such fun. I'm actually going to start off by loading up the which one? The Minmus rocket that we used, because the bottom stage of this is kind of perfect as a delivery vehicle for getting this stuff up into orbit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take like this bottom part, and we're just going to like pop it over there, and then we'll get rid of this top section. There we go. And we'll change this back to BISS core. And remember, if you want your name on one of these modules, you know, just submit it. Right, so what are we going to do? We're going to start off with this, the Cupola Module, because this is awesome. I love this. Let's zoom in and have a look. And it's got all of these windows. It's high visibility. Now, unfortunately, this big window we're actually going to block up, but maybe we can send up some others on other missions, because we're going to. Well, you'll see. Let's just carry on, and you'll see. I'm going to move this up a bit because we want it kind of up here-ish. Right. What are we going to plug onto this? Well, the first thing, I'm going to go to utility. I want to be able to use this as a rescue platform. So when we've got Kerbals in Kerbin orbit who need rescuing, I want to be able to bring them back to this space station. So we're going to have one of the modules that's going to be attached to this is a rescue ship, and it's going to go and rescue Kerbals from Kerbin orbit and bring them back to the station. How about that? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? And we'll have refueling and loads of stuff. Right, so what are we going to put on? We're going to put a hitchhiker storage container. Oh yeah, right. Now, let's just check on the mass of these things. So these are, what are they, like 2.5 mass? Yeah, that's 2.5. I think the cupola is 1.8. Is it 1.8? I think it's 1.8. Yeah, 1.8. Right, so this is going to be a fairly heavy rocket. Well, it's going to get even heavier because the core of this is going to be the mobile processing lab. Oh, yeah. I love that. Lots of nice big windows to look out of. Excellent. And you can see, like, look at all the hatches and all the ladders line up. Isn't that cool? Right, and then, are we happy with that? Is that good enough as a core? No, of course it's not. We want a nice big long core. So I'm going to add yet another, where is it? Utility. Another hitchhiker storage container. So that's like 5 tons. That's like 6.8, and this is another, I think, 3.5. So we're like over 10 tons. This damn thing weighs. That's a lot, guys. Right, what are we going to add to this? Right, well, what about electrics? Because it's going to need a lot of electric power to operate this. The research lab takes a lot. Well, guess what? We're going to be sending up another module, which will be a dedicated electrics module, which will have loads of photovoltaic panels and loads of batteries and all kinds of stuff, and we'll plug it onto this, and that's what's going to power this. And we'll have a refueling module that will plug onto it, and we'll have the rescue ship module that will plug onto it. So, and there's going to be a science module that will plug onto it, because this needs science experiments to provide it with data that the scientists then work on. Okay. So yeah, so oh man, like loads of modules that we've got to plug into this, but we've got to be able to plug them in, and that's where the Clampotron docking port comes in. Now I want to show you this, because if you try and put a Clampotron docking port, and let's get the symmetry off, Shift X, there we go. If you want to put one of these on, if you try and do it while you're looking top down, it doesn't snap to it, right? But if you look at it from the side and do it, it'll snap. See, look, snap. Well, if you do it when it's in the right place, there you go, snap. Right. So that's how you snap to when you're trying to do it. Don't look from the top down, and it works. It's the same with the bottom. If I try and put one on the bottom, when I'm looking from the bottom, it won't snap. But look from the side, and it'll snap. But remember, if you're putting them on the bottom, right, remember you've got to turn them over. So, well, that's the wrong way. You've got to flip them over so that it's hooked up from the bottom, like that. There you go. Right, so this is going to be our basic module. But hang on, we can only connect stuff at the ends. Do we want more than that? I think we probably do. So you know what? We're going to put some more on, and we'll increase the symmetry. I'm going to put, now I am covering up the windows, but there's loads of windows everywhere else, so I'm kind of not too worried about that. I'm going to put a docking port. I'm probably going to put it, no, actually I'm going to put it like slap bang there. Yeah. And we'll put another one over this window, kind of slap bang there. Right, so that means we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points at which we can dock. So we can have our habitation modules and science modules and refueling and all kinds of cool stuff. Right, are we done with this? No, we're not, because the one thing that we are going to put onto this is lights. Oh yeah, because we desperately need lights. And we're going to use these Illuminator Mark IIs. There's the Mark 1s and the Mark 2s. And for this, the Mark 2s are better. So I've still got symmetry on. So I want to light up these docking ports. And I'm just going to come around to the side a little bit. And yeah, actually that angle's probably about right for what we want. So you know what? We'll put one on there, and then Alt key to copy it, and then I want to flip it around. Which way do I want to go? I want to go that way. Flip it around and put one on the other side as well. So we've got lots of light illuminating, which it's actually pretty handy when you're trying to dock with these things, to have these So we'll have that one there. Now these lights, they shouldn't interfere with the docking. I certainly hope they won't. So let's copy this one and bring it down here and have that about there-ish. Cool. Oh, so we've got our docking ports illuminated, but we haven't illuminated the top and the bottom. The bottom is actually kind of difficult, so I don't think I'm going to bother with that one. But it might be nice to have some illumination on the top one. Although I don't know. Docking with the top and bottom usually tend to be like relatively easy. So you know, I'm going to pass on those. We've got them on the other ones. So if it's night time, you'll just have to dock on the side. Right. So that's it. That is what we're going to take. Is now, have I forgotten anything? Is the big question, and I'm hoping the answer is no. I don't think I have. Now we could do something like popping a nose cone on here, which I suppose we should do. I suppose we should do that. But I'm also thinking about maybe sending up a little tug ship with this. But no, you know what? I think we're just gonna send it up exactly as it is, and we'll do the other stuff in subsequent missions. Yeah, should we do that? All right. You know what? Let's go to structural. Let's get one of our little stack decouplers, and we'll put a nose cone on that we can detach. So what do I want? I want aerodynamics, and we just want like just a little nose cone like that. Yeah, that's kind of a bit weird. It's kind of very weird, actually. And I don't think that actually works. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think we can probably manage without that. You know what? We'll send it up as it is. We should be okay. We should be okay. If it's a real problem, then I could. I know what I could do. I could put a protective shell on it. We want the 1.25. I could put one of these on. Just put a pointy nose on it. But I don't think we're going to need it. If I have problems getting this up there, then I'll come back and I'll put one of those on. But we'll try and do it without. And then we need a stack separator at the bottom. Don't we? Yes, we do. So let's put a stack separator on. So structural, and now we need one of the big ones. Where's the big Rockomax? Oh, there we go. It was the one I was looking at. So we want one of those there. Now, the only problem is that this doesn't couple to this properly. So we're going to need to put some struts on there to hold that steady. Then we just plop that on the bottom, right? This is perfectly okay, except for some struts at the top. So a bit of strut work, and we're done. So let's go to structural. We want a strut connector. We'll up to 4. We'll just connect that to that, just to hold it in place. And then we'll do one more strut, which we'll do kind of up here, just to hold these in place. Let's just angle it down a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. Now the only issue is going to be the aerodynamics on this, which might be an issue. So we'll see how we do. You're going to see this as it is, like first flight, and we'll see what it does. Let's save that. Now let's have a look at the crew, because I am going to send up a scientist. Bob Kerman, after his recent heroics, landing on the moon. Remember Bob landing on the moon? Bob is going to be going along, and he's going to be riding in the processing lab, because basically he's scared of Jeb's piloting skills. And actually, Jeb's not going to be piloting this. This is going to be piloted by somebody else. Who could pilot? What about Gentop? Yeah, let's have Gentop piloting it. That's a really good idea. Now, there is one thing about this rocket, and that is it really, really steers like a pig. So, just to help out, we're going to go back to... I'm just wondering about... You know what? We could take these space tourists and complete those missions. Ho, 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 ho. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's take all 4 of these tourists and we can get these tourists... Now, 2 of them only need suborbital flights, so they're going to be getting a bit of a bonus. Let's put them in this one down here. Good God. I hope I don't have an accident because I'm going to kill a lot of people. Taking 6 Kerbals up into space. How cool is that? Right. So what was I going to do? I was going to add... Oh yeah, I was going to add a reaction wheel. Because this thing, it's really, really horrible to steer. So we're going to throw on... here we go. Advanced reaction wheel module. Large. So we're going to put one of those on. I'm just wondering if it wouldn't make more sense to put it on the space station. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting idea. Yeah, I confess that's kind of an interesting idea. You know what? Let's take that off. Let's put this. I'm just wondering where to put it. And I think we're going to put it like in there. There we go. So let's put that in there. Yeah, we might as well save that part. Like, what the hell? And then we can put this on the bottom. Okay, I need to I need to put my struts back on, don't I? Because I detached them. So let's get that strut and pop it back on. Yeah, I've got it set to symmetry 4. And let's just connect it to there. And that, guys, really is it. That's what we're going to try and launch. We'll see if this works or not. Oh, and immediately we get craft is too heavy. Unable to launch. Okay, you know what? Let's save this. And we'll pop outside. And we're going to have to... upgrade our launch pad to take heavier rockets. So let's do that upgrade. There we go. Boom. Nice. And we'll go back into the VAB. And now, hopefully, it's going to let us launch this thing. Okay, are we ready? Are you ready, guys? All the crew ready? Yeah. Gentop's ready. Bob's ready. All our passengers are ready. Right, let's put SAS on. Don't look too happy. You could come down in a screaming ball of flame, guys. Trust me. Let's put thrust to max for liftoff and ignition. And liftoff of BISS core. Looking good. Right, let's get a few degrees of turn going on. Not too much at this stage because of jettisoning these solid fuel boosters. Once we get up to about 75 meters per second, I'm going to throttle back. I'm going to throttle right back to like 30%. As long as we're still accelerating, I'm happy. Cool. Looking good at this stage. Getting ready to jettison our first 2 boosters. I've got to say that with this payload, we are right on the ragged edge of what this launch vehicle will deal with. So we're going to have to be pretty efficient. Okay. Oh yeah, we cleared those just. Okay. We'll have a little bit more, a few more degrees of turn. And right, we'll just let these solid boosters carry us out of the thickest part of the atmosphere. I think once we pass 10,000, then we can throttle up and let's get this job done. Right, so let's throttle up, pick up some speed. I think we can begin to turn this over now. Start to pick up a bit more speed. Getting ready to jettison. Jettison those. To disable the temperature gauges. Don't need those. Let's get this turned over to more like 45 degrees. There we go. Right, let's check our apoapsis. So our apoapsis is going to be, oh, here we go, 60. Now we don't want this much over 70 because, whoops. Okay, that's plenty. Let's kill that. Right, let's put in a maneuver node, if I can. Let's put in a maneuver node and straight prograde burn. Just till our apoaps and periaps start to swap places. There they go. Whoops, that's a bit too much. I'm going to bring that to about there. So what's that? That's 71, 81. That would do. Let's have a touch more. Just to get this up a little bit higher than that would be nice. What's that? 73, 84. You know what? It's an orbit. That'll do. That will do. How long? 1 minute 17. So we want to start this burn at what? Around 40 seconds ish. You know what? Let's start the burn at 45 and then we'll adjust it at the end. Well, assuming we've got enough fuel, of course. So let's kick off that burn. Oops, I need to align to the maneuver icon. Let's do that quickly. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now, I really am not worried too much about what orbit I get, as long as I get an orbit. Like I said, we're at the ragged edge of what this vehicle will lift. I mean, we're over 10 tons with this space station. So, when we send up the rescue craft / tug, it can push this into a better orbit. And I think we'll probably take it up to, I don't know, like 100,000. Something like that. Right, how are we doing for fuel? Because we've got to be... We don't have a hell of a lot left. Are we going to get an orbit? Are we going to get an orbit, guys? 77. We haven't got a periapsis yet. Getting ready to cut the engines. Oh, we've got a periapsis. Oh, okay. I'm cutting the engines. We're at 96, 77. You know what? Now, somebody pointed out, by the way, that rather than clicking on this and then clicking on cancel, you can also click on this button here, and that will also cancel it, which I always forget to do. Right, you know what? Have we got any fuel left? Oh, look, I told you this was going to be like down to the wire. You know what? Let's go to our apoapsis, and we'll use up that tiny little bit of fuel that we've got, and we'll just try and balance this up a little bit. So that would be 96, 102. Right, I don't think we've got enough fuel to do that, but we'll give it a try. So, you know what, we'll warp to the next maneuver. Here we come. And we want to be pointed. I'm guessing this is going to be a straight prograde, so I think we can just point straight at the prograde. When we get round, come on, you can do it. Right, let's point at the prograde. I think that should be pretty much on our maneuver. Where are we? Yeah, I mean, it's as near as damn it. It's as near as damn it. Come on, SAS, sort yourself out. Right, so there we almost go. You know what? I'm going to get this. I want to use every little ounce of fuel that we've got to get the best orbit that we can. So let's just have a little bit more there. Oh, I've still got it on prograde. Oh, you know what? That'll do. It'll do. Let's use that little bit of thrust. We're at T-minus 7, 6, 5. I'm going to kick it off now. And that was it. That was all we had. What did we get up to? So our final orbit, which I can't even see, let's get rid of this, is 96, 122. You know what? That will do, pig. That is better than I expected. Much better than I expected. Should we go and have a look at our craft? Right, so can't see a whole hell of a lot because it's dark. You know what? Should we warp a little bit? Yeah, go on. Let's warp round until we get into the sunlight so we can actually see our little baby in flight. This is gonna be so cool. I can't wait to add modules to this. Right. And here we are. You know what? Let's turn SAS off now. Oh, yes. Come on, spin around so we can see you. Here we go. Let's turn you around. Oh, I can't wait to start plugging the other modules into this. This is gonna be awesome. You know what? Let's spin this around to the prograde, and we'll jettison the tail end so that we're just left with the space station itself. You know what? This is where SAS is useful. Right, are we ready? Oh, I want to be able to see this when it goes. Here we go. There we go. Gently drifts away. Oh, one thing I'll show you before the end of the video is how to get rid of junk in space. So that would be pretty useful. Okay, now let's take SAS off again, and we'll spin this baby around so she's in the sunlight, and we'll go inside and we'll see how the crew are doing. So let's go and see Gentop first. Here's Gentop. Now he should be able to get some nice views out of his panoramic windows. Oh, very cool. It's a shame that we've got the docking port like right in front of him, but it kind of, you know, it is what it is. Oh, and there's his nav ball. I mean, you can fly this thing from in here if you want to. I personally, I prefer flying it from outside, but yeah, you can do it all from in here. Oh, we can't quite see Gentop, which is a shame. But yeah, so there he is. He's the commander of this mission. Now we don't have any electrical systems up here, so we're not going to have any power for very long. We're going to have to send up the electrical systems next. Okay, let's whoops. Let's go back out. Let's go and see. Let's go and see how the passengers are doing, because they should be. Oops. I didn't want to do an EVA. Good job. Oh, there they are. Look. They seem pretty happy, don't they? Well, they should do. They should do. Two of them only paid for a suborbital flight, and they're up in a blooming space station. Pretty cool, huh, guys? Look at these little seats that they've got. Aren't they cool? Love this. Look, all the junk, rubbish, refuse, and trash. Yep, it's good. It's good to separate stuff out, and then food and not food. Love all the little details. And look at this, the hatch, space. Love it, absolutely love it. All right, guys, we're gonna run out of electrical charge very, very soon. So we need to go and get to work on the next module, and it's going to be a power module, I think. And then, oh, I don't know, the refueling. You guys are going to have to tell me what you want to see first. And we can obviously like switch the lights on and stuff. Oh, look, we can illuminate it. We'll turn the lights off because it's just going to waste the battery at the moment. But there you go. So our first part of the space station is up in space. Beautiful. Okay, let's go back to the space center. I just want to show you how to get rid of some of your debris. If you go to the tracking center, and a couple of people left comments about this, so I want to give them credit for that. Because I'll be honest, I didn't actually. It just didn't occur to me to do this, but of course it's a very, very sensible idea. We rescued like 3 Kerbals. There was oh, there's the BISS core, and we've got the core debris, right? But we'll do it with like, okay, Melisse's Hulk, right? We went and got Melisse. If you go to this red button, terminate, you can terminate this. It will destroy the vessel and kill any crew that are in it. Well, there's no crew in it, so we can terminate that, and it just gets rid of it. It blows it up in space. What else have we got? Beery? No, he's inside. We can't do him. What about this one? Gentop. We rescued Gentop. So Gentop's capsule can be terminated. And Rodbury's Hulk. Yeah, we can terminate that one as well. Now, when we get a bit of distance between these two, because it's like, which one is it on? It's focusing. Oh, it's focusing on the core debris. So we could. I'm always very nervous about this. It's definitely the debris that's highlighted. So we can terminate that. There we go, and we're left with BISS core. Come back for the next one and tell me what you want. Leave me a comment. Peace out.